What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. First time in this whole series that we are actually batting first. Average doesn't help. No 50s in 11 games. So we're looking to go and turn that around today. And it is quite nice that we are playing against the Australians' arch rivals, the Poms, here today, because that is my first topic of discussion that we are going to start off with. And that is the shock announcement, or I guess shock news that James Taylor, the young English batsman, and I believe the Nottinghamshire captain, has had to retire early due to, I think it is a heart disorder. Which is a real shame because James Taylor, he's one of those guys that I really admire as an English cricketer. He's obviously worked very, very hard over the last couple of domestic seasons, and that has rewarded him with international success. It's rewarded him with domestic success as well, because I believe, as I said just before, he is the captain of the Not side, only 24 or 25 years of age, and really, as I said, just starting to establish himself on the international scene. So a real shame that he is having to do that. So obviously thoughts go out to him, his family, and all that. So it is just a real shame, because as I said, he is probably one of my favourite English players going around. So, playing against England, obviously he's not on this side, but we're going to make this a bit of a tribute match, a testimony match, the James Taylor testimony, shall we say. But that is that topic done. The next topic, obviously IPL, that's something that we are going to be talking about probably for the next 4 or 5 weeks while the tournament is going. The game that happened not this morning, but yesterday morning, so that's Tuesday morning New Zealand time, saw the new team, I'm not quite sure who they are, but the Lions, they took on Kings 11, and the Lions picking up their first win, obviously a new start for them. Kings 11 not being able to get off the front foot again, not getting a win. Last season they were pretty good. I think they finished second, possibly made the final last year. From memory, I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they didn't win the final, but I'm pretty sure they made it to the final. I think they finished first after group play, like won the Premier's played or whatever you want to call it, won the round robin, shall we say, but lost out in the final, I believe, to KKR. But don't quote me on that. My APL knowledge is not the greatest, obviously, because I can't remember that, and that was only from last year. But the game that happened this morning was I'm trying to think, RCB coming up against the Sunrisers Hyderabad. There we go. So my APL knowledge isn't that bad. But that was this morning. RCB's lineup looks freaking amazing. Their top 4, even their top 5, just incredible. Like, a lot of people say that RCB are one of those sides that are always, a super stacked side and don't really perform. But this season, I think, with the players they've got, obviously, and the local players that they have as well, they could definitely go and get something going on. So, you look at their top 4. They've got Gale, they've got Coley, they've got AB de Villiers and Shane Watson. Now, most of those guys scored runs. Gale missed out. He was 1 off 4. Coley carried on his form. I think he hit about 71. AB de Villiers hit 82. Shane Watson had a little cameo for 19. I think that came only off about 7 or 8 balls. Included 3 sixes. And then the guy who I guess probably goes under the radar a little bit, who had it, I think he's playing in his second IPL actually, Sarfaraz Ahmed, 35 off just 10 deliveries, and so that is a great way to really go, and I guess finish off the innings with a bang, and that is what they went and did. I think that included 5 4s and 2 6s, so just 3 others in, 3 other balls that he didn't score a boundary off in his little 10-ball cameo. And in the end, I think the Sunrisers got to, I don't think they got too many. I think they only got to about 106, maybe 180 odd. I think they only lost by about 40 from memory. But, another win. And, RCB, they look very, very strong. The side that they had, obviously, it is very hard with the international players they have. They've got Mitchell Starc, who is coming back from an ankle injury, I believe. But we all know how dangerous he can be with the white ball. Samuel Badri, who missed out on this game, he's the #1 T20 bowler in the world and can't get a start in this RCB side. So that shows you, I guess, the strength that they do have. But it will be interesting to see. I know RCB have been the side that have had, obviously, all these good players. They've had a very good following, very good fan base, and quite often they are the favourites to go and take it out, or one of the favourites to go and take it out. And that's a poor piece of fielding. That is going to be 4 for us right there. I don't know what happened to the fielder, but RCB, they're always one of the favourites. I think another one probably is Pune. I guess just how they started, and I guess the players that they have. MS Dhoni's captaincy, obviously, is a big thing. Another thing, actually, that someone did point out the other day, I can't remember, MS Dhoni, I think he kept the team I think it was to under 130, and a lot of people pointed that out, saying, you know, MS Dhoni's done such a good job with this side. You know, basically, whoever he has, he can make them into better players because of his captaincy and his leadership skills. But Gautam Gambhir is another one, and I think for KKR when they played Delhi, and I know it's a bit of a different story, obviously, playing against Delhi, because they're probably, you know, they're one of the teams that are less likely to succeed, shall we say. But he kept them, his KKR side kept them to under 100 runs, I believe. I think it was 98 they kept them to. I'm not sure if that was all out or what it was, but, you know, that is still a very, very good knock. And it's a very good effort from a fielding side, especially in a T20 game, especially in India as well, where the pitches normally are, you know, for the IPL, produced as hard and fast tracks that are going to score a lot of runs on. I don't know if the pitch that they played on, you know, was in that template, but you'd imagine it would be, because the IPL probably is more about, obviously, the runs being scored, you know, the superstars being in there, the AB de Villiers, the Chris Gales, the Virat Kohlis, you know, etc., etc. Those guys going and scoring big runs, which is what we saw, obviously, with our first 200 score, I think in Game 5, possibly. So still a lot of games left to go, and obviously high scoring already. But that's, you know, that's what they want to see. That's what T20 is about. It's about, obviously, all those big scores. It's about those guys scoring those quick runs. That's a nice wee cut shot from us. We don't see that very often, but we got a little bit of width, and we have just cut that away. Probably in front, you know, in front of point, in front of cover. And a nice wee shot there to move on to 28. And hopefully today is going to be the day that we can break this wee little jinx that we seem to have on this one-day international record, where we just can't seem to score a 50. I don't know what it is, but we saw the stats at the start. I think 11 games, only 93 runs, an average of a 9.3. I think this is our 11th game, so that's how it has worked out. But I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I thought, how, you know, you look at our T20 record, and our T20 record, it's about 45 or something like that. That's a good short ball from Stuart Broad to start his spell. But, you know, I just couldn't believe it. It was quite crazy. Saying that, though, I have been playing a few of the international games on both Pro and Veteran, and that has made a little bit of a difference. And this is actually Game 3 of the series. So Games 1 and 2 we played on Pro, and for some reason, I don't know what it is, there doesn't seem to be that much of a step up, but we just couldn't seem to score runs. I just keep edging everything behind. My foot movement was good, you know, playing off the front and back foot was good, but just something wasn't quite right, and we just keep edging behind to Josh Butler, and he managed to go and obviously pick up the catch like that. Maybe it had something to do with the ball, you know, being slightly newer. The ball was possibly swinging, but I don't know. I'm really not sure, you know, what it was, but it just didn't seem to work for us. So that's why we're down here. Hopefully, you know, looking to go and try and pick up a few more runs, get those skills up, and then it will be easier when we do play on those higher difficulties. Jesus, what the hell was that? Oh, that one came in. That's unusual from James Anderson. Normally a guy who does swing the ball away. I'm not sure. There's probably a lot of these English players, except Ewan Morgan, because he is playing in the IPL, as is Josh Butler, actually. I do tell a lie. There are two of them. Ravi Bopara might be as well. I'm not too sure. But the County Championship had started, I think it started 2 days ago, possibly. I'm not too sure. We don't get huge coverage of it here in New Zealand, but it is nice to follow it, you know, on Cricinfo and watch here and there when you can. But there were a few rumours. I don't know if it was rumours or actually fact going around in the pre-season, but it has, I guess, been confirmed now that... Now, I'm not 100% sure on this because, as I said, I haven't been following it too much and we don't get too much county coverage over here. But I think what has happened is basically the toss hasn't been demolished as such. But I believe if the away team goes, and the away team, I think it's if they want to bowl first, they are entitled to bowl first, shall we say. But if they want to bat first, then I think a normal toss incurs. But, as I said, don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure on the ruling or what is going on there. That one there has absolutely been crunched. Gonna go for the 2, but there was no way. David Warner was actually lucky to get back there. A direct hit could have possibly seen him be out. But this is a good start. Good start in the power play. Both batsmen scoring at over 100. That's going to help us too. A big drive down the ground. Hit the side screen for the 6. Come on, boys. It is just a 4. We move on to 38. And that is the power play. Well, the first power play done and dusted. 67, I believe, on the board. So that is a very good start. And now we are seeing spin come in. This is, I think, where we can attack a little bit, especially against this England side. They've got 2 spinners. Obviously, Graham Swan and... What am I doing there? What am I doing there? That is a brain fade. It is a wide, but... Shouldn't be playing shots like that. Obviously, the spin twins, Swan and Panesar to come. So, and again, we're just playing. I'm not sure why we're playing those risky shots like that. We're going to come back for the second. Oh my God, that is close. That is some good running. We move on to 40 just like that. Whew, but that was close. That was a close call. I'm not too I am trying to shovel it onto the leg side, but I'm not sure why I'm moving away. It is just a brain fade. It's a bit stupid. That's what we need to do. Get it fine. Down to that man. This time we should be able to get the 2. Doesn't get the release away. That is Ravia Bopara. I think Ravia Bopara does play in the IPL. I think he plays for the Sunrisers. Didn't play last night. Because Moses on Reeks played. I'm kind of hoping Kane Williamson gets a game as well as Trent Bolt, but it is hard, and a lot of people said in the write-up to this IPL, I think Dale Steyn from memory is still playing for the Sunrisers as well. Someone can correct me down below in the comments if I am wrong, but he's still playing, so he's one of those guys that even though his T20 record isn't that great, you know, it is hard. Oh, you're joking. It is hard to not get him in the side. Again, the curse of the half-century gets to us. 46 off 35, and we can't quite go and get there. It was a quicker ball from Swan, and I just tried to go and basically bludgeon it down the ground to pick up 50. Not the case. So again, it is just frustrating that we do miss out on a 50, but not much we can do about it. And I was liking our chances a lot because we were taking on the spin twins, obviously. Got Bopara, got Bell, got Trott, who are all medium paces. But we still get around 300 runs, which is a very good, well, I was going to say a very good total. But Cook's just gone into 100. So is Bell. And holy crap, they've chased it down with about 5 overs left to spare. 9 wickets left in the bag. And Australia do still win the series. So we do still win 2-1. But absolutely taken to school. 9 wicket loss in that game. That is absolutely crazy. Alistair Cook, 161 off 150. Get him back in the one-day side. He can open. You know, I think England are possibly looking for a one-day opener. I'm not too sure. But holy crap, 161 and 123 not out off Ian Bell. Get him back in the England side, as well as Kevin Peterson. And England, you'll be an even better side than you already are. But anyway, guys, do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter links that can be found down below in the description. As I said, hope you've enjoyed. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We actually do have a new series. Fingers crossed coming your guys' way. As long as I have enough time to upload and record before work, it will be coming your guys' way in normal time. So make sure you look out for that.